ॐ नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे स्वामिने तापहारिणे. Dear friends, Namaskar. You are all welcome to our English series, Power Your Mind. Today we are discussing on meaningful living. Meaningful living. So we have to live in this world, but then we do not know how to live, and that also how to live meaningfully. Just living is not enough, but life has got some purpose. So we should live meaningfully. Today we are going to discuss three aspects of life. Under this poem, Meaningful Living, three important aspects we are going to discuss. How to develop concentration, how to get job satisfaction, and how to achieve perfection. These are three important aspects of our day-to-day life. And we are going to discuss on these three aspects because we need concentration for anything. If you study, if you work, whatever you do, without concentration, everything will be failures. If you want to achieve success, concentration is must. Then we want job satisfaction also, because we have to work. When we live in this world, without work we cannot live. So we should have job satisfaction. Even if you get little less money, doesn't matter. But without job satisfaction, simply money, that is not the purpose of our life. If there is no peace and only money, then what is the fun? And third one is perfection. Everybody is struggling to achieve perfection. Whatever field you may be, but you should be a perfect human being. You should be a perfect employee. You should be a perfect householder. So we have to achieve that perfection. That's why Swami Srikantananda said, education is the manifestation of perfection already in man. That perfection is already there, only we have to manifest. So these are the three important aspects of our daily living. And we are going to discuss on these three aspects, how to get them. We know that we need them, but many times you don't know how to get them. Today we shall try to discuss. Control your tongue, control your temper, control your temptation, practice meditation. That is the way to develop concentration. This is the first stanza. This is the first skill, that concentration. So how to develop? You see, there are control your tongue first. You see, unless we control our tongue, how can we develop concentration? All the time, if we go on speaking, chit-chatting, gossiping, means we are making our mind restless. First, we have to control our tongue. If you are calm and quiet, then your mind also will be quiet. But all the time, you are a very talkative person. And talkative people can never become great thinkers. Where is time for them to think? All the time they are busy with talking. Anywhere you go to school, you go to college, you go to temple, you go to office, everywhere people are only chit-chatting, only talking. So we waste our energy, and at the same time we make our mind more and more restless. So first thing is we have to control our tongue. That is also one type of yoga. Control over the speech. That is must. That's why Vivek Chudamani says, Yogasya pratamam dwaram vang nirodho aparigraha. So this control of the tongue. First we have to control tongue. When there is need, we must certainly use it. Use it for the good of others. And when there is no need, better keep quiet. Unless somebody asks you, you don't go on giving advice. not necessary. Somebody asks, then you can speak. There is nothing wrong in that. But otherwise, all the time, don't go on gossiping and waste your time. So, first condition, if you want to develop concentration, you have to control your speech. You have to control your tongue. Then control your temper. It is also necessary. We have to control our temper. People are very short-tempered. Many times we see for little things, for petty things, they get irritated. They are ready to fight. They get angry. You see, that is not the way. Why for anything and everything, why should you get irritated? There is no need. But here people, they are always high temper. So such type of temper, when you are full of anger, even if you sit for meditation, your mind will not be concentration. Because of your anger, all the time you are thinking about only that person. Mentally also you are hating that person. Your mind is excited. You see, at the time of anger, his face will become red. His eyes will be red. His body will shake. See, when anger comes, entire person will change. He will become like a demon. You cannot approach him. What he will do in that moment, we don't know. He can do anything. That time his intellect will not work. How dangerous it is. So we have to learn to control our temper. We should not be short temper. For anything and everything, we should not be ready to fight. That is not the way. Sometimes we have to keep quiet. We have to listen. Then we have to find out what is the truth. Then we can give our opinion. That's why they say action is always good, but reaction is bad. We are reacting. For everything we are reacting. We don't know how to keep quiet. In particular situation, we don't have to react. Suppose your boss tells you something. Now you have to keep quiet. You know that you will have to keep quiet. If you react, you will lose your job. But if you are not controlling your mind, and if you immediately react to your boss, then next day you will lose your job. You see, you are inviting sufferings because not able to control your temper. You should know this is not the place to get angry. It is my livelihood. He is my boss. Whatever he says, I must listen. So, situation we have to see. Anywhere and everywhere we cannot show our temper. Unnecessarily we will be inviting trouble for ourselves. So here, control your temper. Control your tongue. Control your temper also. And control your temptation. That is the third thing. Because for attractive things, when you go to mall, there are many things very attractive. You see television, you see various advertisements there, varieties of advertisements, and your mind is tempted. You want to have that things. Now you are not able to control your temptations. What will happen? You have limited resources. You know that you want everything. You have plenty of desires in your mind. But you cannot purchase. You have no purchasing power. Then simply having desires, how can you satisfy them? You know you cannot fulfill them because your resources are limited. But then if you are tempted by anything and everything, then you may do wrong things. You may steal. You may rob. You may borrow money. Anything you can do. So this is very bad. You may take loan also and you are not able to repay. Because anything you see, it is attractive, immediately you want to possess. Now we don't need all things in this world. Our needs are few, our wants are many. Don't increase your desires. First you see your capacity. Accordingly you plan your life, and whatever you earn, try to manage in that. See, we must have good planning of life. How much we are earning, we should plan. How much we can spend, because in future we have education of children, some serious disease may come, some health problem may come, we may need money. So we should keep some amounts in saving also. We cannot spend away everything. So we have to well plan our life, and then we can spend. That is the proper way. Because we are seeing so many things. Suppose one lady went to marriage, she saw her friend is putting on very good sari, and she is tempted, I want like that sari. And that is 50,000 rupees sari. And your salary is not that, your husband's salary is not that. How can you have? Because seeing that sari, I am tempted. I also want to have like that. This is not the way. That way you cannot be happy. Because there are many things and more attractive. But then everything you cannot purchase. So unless you control your temptations, unless you control your desires, your mind cannot be quiet. The mind will be always running after those things. How to get them, how to get them. Then when that is the condition of mind, how can you be peaceful? You cannot be peaceful. So therefore control your temper and practice meditation. Meditation means you have to meditate on God. You cannot meditate on anything and everything. Either you have to meditate on God, otherwise you have to meditate on the Atman, the spirit, the consciousness, or the Guru. So your object of meditation should be very high. You cannot meditate anything of this world, because we know if we meditate on the worldly things, they are all temporary. One day or other they are going to be destroyed. Then you will suffer. By meditating on the objects of senses, you will develop attachment to them. If you don't get them, you will suffer. So meditation should not be of the things of this world. But we have to meditate either on God or spirit or consciousness or Atman or Guru. Ideal should be high. We should not lower down our ideal. So this we have to regularly practice. You can contact some Guru, you can contact Ramakrishna Mutt heads, you can take their opinion, get properly initiated, then practice regular sadhana, then you can start your meditation. Because for meditation, guide is necessary, and that also should be proper guide, proper Guru you have to select. You cannot select anybody and everybody as your Guru. For this age, Swamiji said, Bhagwan Shri Ramakrishna is Jagat Guru. So you have to read his Vachanamrita, his Gospel of Shri Ramakrishna. So like that, we will come to know who is the real Guru. Then we will approach him, and slowly we will develop our life. And by developing that, we will develop concentration. This is the one secret, how to develop concentration. Control your tongue, control your temper, control your temptation, practice meditation. This is the way to develop concentration. Our second point is how to get job satisfaction. That is also very important. Perform your duty with dedication and devotion. Develop dexterity while doing your actions. That is the way to get job satisfaction. It's a simple way how to get job satisfaction. Perform your duty with dedication and devotion. We have to do our work for our livelihood. Whatever work is given to you, don't think that you are working for somebody, you are working for God Himself. It is God has provided you that particular job. It is God's work you are doing. So therefore, you should have devotion for your work. Swami Vivekananda said, devotion to duty is the highest form of worship. Only worshipping God in temple is not enough. When you are in office, your office itself is a temple for you. And there you are worshipping God through your duty. Devotion to duty is the highest form of worship. You are worshipping, there also you are worshipping. Your office and temple, they are not two things. So here you are worshipping God with flowers, with fruits, with agarbattis. There you are worshipping God through your duties, through your actions, through your work. So you should be dedicated and there should be devotion. Work is worship, Swami Vivekananda says. That is the way that we are getting slowly job satisfaction. When we think that I am not working for money, I am not working for boss, I am working for God. When you think like this, then automatically that work will itself become worship. It will not remain work anymore. It has converted into worship. This is the skill, this is the art we have to develop. Then develop dexterity while doing your actions. That is the way to get job satisfaction. Develop dexterity while doing your actions. Now, whatever work you are doing, Chandogya Upanishad says, Yadeva vidyaya karoti shraddhaya upanishada tadeva viryavattaram bhavati. Yadeva vidyaya bhavati. Whatever you do, Vidya means have full knowledge of that work. You see, any work you are doing, and if you don't know how to do that work, how your work will be perfect? First learn. That is why training is necessary. Whatever you do, you have to do perfectly. And that is training. Bhagavad Gita says, Yoga karmasu kaushalam. What is yoga? Yoga means skillful work. So when you are doing work, you do in such a way that there should not be single mistake. For that you have to learn first. You have to learn the process. What is the system here? How I have to do my work? You see, you should be perfect in your work. Whatever you are doing, first try to master that. If you are a teacher, you study well, prepare your notes, and then you go to classroom. Don't go without preparation. Your teacher, if your student asks some question, you don't know answer, you tell him, my boy, I will tell you tomorrow. There is nothing wrong. You don't know and you tell something wrong just to save your prestige. You are misguiding your students. For anything, we should have knowledge of our profession. We should be perfect in our job. Then there is very less chances of making mistakes. But if you don't have knowledge, every day you will be committing mistakes. Ultimately, you may be dismissed from job. Hey, what you are doing this? You are committing blunders. We have told you again and again that no, don't do like this. Why don't you read and come? Why don't you study? You see, humiliation, insult, again, unnecessarily dismissed from job. Why? Because we don't have knowledge of the work. Yadeva vidyaya karoti. Yadeva shraddhaya, with devotion, we have seen, and Upanishada, with concentration of mind. If you do your work with these three conditions, then that work will be perfect. That will be worship of God. That's why skillful work. We have to learn the skill. Small work, do it in such a way, excellent way, that everybody will be surprised. Are who has done this job? So nice he has done. I never expected. You see, we have to use your brain. You have to plan everything systematically. And final result you have to give in such a way, the presentation, that is important. Such a presentation you have to give that everybody should be impressed. Arey, what wonderful. You see, many times your examiner, when they examine your paper, sometimes seeing paper itself they are impressed. Your good handwriting, your arrangement of putting answers, everything is so attractive, very neat and clean. So by seeing paper itself he is impressed. Certainly he will give you good marks. See, the first impression is important. So therefore, perform your duty with dedication and devotion. Develop dexterity while doing your actions. That is the way to get job satisfaction. If you do your work like this, at the same time don't get attached to your work. Today you are in one department, you have learnt everything, tomorrow you are transferred, be ready for that. Don't say, sir, I have learned this, so much efforts I have taken, I have learned this and now you are asking me to go to other department. Be ready to learn there also. We should not get attached to that particular work. Otherwise, misery. If you are sent to some other department or some other place, you are miserable. Don't get attached to work. Don't get attached to the result of your work. Don't get attached to the place. No, I like this place very well. No attachment. Wherever God will send you, be prepared to go anywhere like a soldier. There you go, there also you learn, there also you do your best. Then only you will have job satisfaction. That is the skill. Then you can live happily. Then our third stanza is how to achieve perfection. Do hard work. Be honest in efforts. Always be humble and never be arrogant. That is the way to achieve perfection. That is the way to achieve perfection. First is do hard work, be honest in efforts. First thing you should be hard working. You should not try to avoid work. You should not try to escape. Whatever is asked you to do, you should do it sincerely. So here hard work is very, very essential. Those who work hard, they only can succeed in life. There are some people, they work for 15 hours, 16 hours, and that's why they are very successful. They don't waste even single minute. There are many great people. You see, 24 hours is given to everybody. Now out of 24 hours, if we waste 10-15 hours only in eating and sleeping, then where is time to achieve our goal? You see, if you want to achieve your goal, you want promotion, you want to go up, but at the same time you are not prepared to do hard work. See, promotion is due. They want you to promote to the higher position. You said, no sir, I don't want promotion, I am quite happy with this upper division clerk, UDC. You see, they want to make you supervisor, but this person say, no sir, I am quite happy with this upper division clerk. I don't want to go to supervisor post. Because there you have to work hard. Now this person is not willing to work hard. He is refusing promotion because he doesn't want to work hard. You have to take this opportunity. You should not miss. How do you know that you don't have capacity? You will be a better person there. You can do better work there than sitting here, this place. But this person thinks that he will not be able to manage that post. He is quite comfortable because now mechanical work. Everything is mechanical. There you have to use his head. So there he is refusing. No, I don't want promotion. We are not prepared to do hard work. We will get opportunities in life, but we must take challenges. If we go on avoiding because we don't want to work hard, then you are a loser. How do you know that you don't have energy and power? You have. Only you think that you don't have that energy. You don't have that capacity to manage. You think. But your capacity is infinite. You can go to the top. You can become a director. But because the first stage itself, you are refusing that opportunity. Why don't you take challenge and go ahead? You see, hard work is also essential. We have to work hard in this world. Everything is not easy going. Unless we work hard, we cannot achieve success and greatness in this world. So, do hard work. Be honest in efforts. You should always go on trying. Our effort should be there to go ahead. Don't be stagnant. Wherever you are, always try to go forward, go forward, go forward. Don't say, I am quite comfortable here. No, you are not comfortable. Why do you think you are comfortable? Because you are a lazy person. Never say. Keep your efforts always to achieve highest. Don't stop. Sky is the only limit. But be honest in your efforts. Honesty is the best policy, they say. Today we need honest people. There are people very skillful, very perfect, very efficient, very good at speaking. All these qualities are there. But what is lacking? Their honesty is lacking. They are not honest, therefore we cannot believe them. We cannot depend upon them. They are not reliable. A person may be uneducated, but we have faith in him. We know this person is honest. He will never do anything wrong. If we keep our money with him, we will get it back after 1 year. They have full faith because this man's honesty. But another man may be very nice, very rich, but people don't believe him because they know that he is a rich, he is a good man, he has got power, everything. But he is not honest. We cannot say that our money will get back. So here honesty also is essential in our life. Be honest human being so that people will always believe in you. They will rely on you. They will say this man is reliable. We can depend on him. He will certainly help us. He will never let us down. That is the credit you will get in society. Therefore, honesty is also essential. So always be humble. Be honest in efforts. Do hard work. Be honest in efforts. Always be humble and never be arrogant. All these things we should have, we should possess. At the same time, we should be humble also. You should be a good person. You should have all qualities in you. But you should not have ego because you have cultivated these good qualities. Don't you know? I know everything. I know how to do perfect work. I am the only person. Nobody can do like me. You see, this is not right. You have knowledge, you have efficiency, you have skill, everything you learn. But at the same time, be humble. Your knowledge, your wealth, your power, your position should not make you arrogant. If you are arrogant, then all these qualities, they have no value at all. It is all zero. You have acquired all these skills. You are a very good person, but you are a machine. Machine also can do work perfectly. You are doing your work just mechanically. And for that you are developing ego also. I have done, I have done, I have done. Taking credit for himself. And so many people are working with you. What about your team? You don't recognize their contribution? No, I don't care because they are all useless. What can they do? Because I told them they could do that. He is a good worker, but he is not a good person. We have to be a good person, not only good worker. So here, be humble. Everything you can have, but don't have ego. Once that ego enters in you, then you are gone. Because then you don't believe that there is some higher power. There is God. He is getting his work done. You want to take credit for yourself. It is God who made you great, but you forgot God. You didn't recognize, you don't acknowledge that by God's grace I could do so much work. You forget God, you forget your colleagues, you forget your boss, you forget everybody. And you want to take credit only for yourself. I am the only person should get 100% credit for this work. This way you will not succeed. But you are humble, you are honest, you are hardworking, then what will happen? That is the way to achieve perfection. Then you are a perfect human being. You are humble, you are efficient, you are soft spoken, you have all these qualities. You are hardworking, you are skillful, you have all qualities, but at the same time you are humble also. You have no arrogance, you are not arrogant person. All these things you are able to digest. That is the most important. Have everything but have power to digest them. They should not overpower you. Otherwise, all the time you will say I, and that will ruin your future, your destiny. So therefore, do hard work, be honest in efforts, always be humble and never be arrogant. That is the way to develop perfection. That is the way to develop perfection. So today we have seen three important aspects of our life. Meaningful living. Because we have to live in this world, but we have to live a meaningful life. Not just living for living. So when we develop these qualities, we will cultivate these qualities, then our life will be certainly peaceful and happy, because workplace we are happy, everybody will like us, we are sincere, we are honest, we are hardworking, we are skillful, everybody will love us, we are able to adjust with others. Then there also we have control ourselves, we have control over the tongue, we can conquer the hearts of people by speaking very good language. So you control your tongue, temper, you are not getting angry, you are serene, you are calm, you are quiet, and you are not tempted by anything. There are many tempting things, but your boss knows, though we put him in charge of this mall, he will not be tempted by anything of this. Otherwise, you are working in mall and you are tempted, you will try to steal that. But here he has faith that you will not get tempted by all these things, attractive things there. So we shouldn't be carried away. So you have control over your temptations. So when all these qualities are there, that means you have learned the art of living in this world happily. You are leading a meaningful life in this world. By that, when you practice, when you become a real human being, then you can go beyond. You can become a spiritual human being. When you have these qualities, then you can go beyond that also, and you can attain the highest spiritual perfection. What Swami Vivekananda says, religion is the manifestation of divinity already in man, and education is the manifestation of perfection already in man. First manifest perfection, then manifest divinity, then you will go beyond all sufferings. That is the way. You have to start with this, but end with ultimate perfection. That is manifestation of divinity. That is the ultimate goal of life. But directly we cannot go. Leading miserable life here and achieving perfection or liberation, it is not possible. So we have to, while living, we have to live happily, peacefully, and then we can go beyond all these things. First conquer bad things with good things, and then go beyond good and bad. That is the purpose of life. So friends, we will conclude here. Before that, we will read out this poem once, and we shall conclude our today's discussion. Meaningful living. Control your tongue, control your temper, control your temptation, practice meditation. That is the way to develop concentration. Perform your duty with dedication and devotion. Develop dexterity while doing your actions. That is the way to get job satisfaction. Do hard work, be honest in efforts, always be humble and never be arrogant. That is the way to achieve perfection. That is the way to achieve perfection. So today we shall conclude our topic here. Namaskar. Dhanyavad. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashid Dukha Bhag Bhavet Ma Kashid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tassat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.